Hello, my dear folks. Welcome to the EastToWest show, exclusively sponsored by BP Aristo, best known by their internationally renowned Italian-style men's suits, Paul Battelli, that's adopting the technology they call the nanotextile technology, which makes the fabric water resistant because of processing. And also the Aristo, which is golf steering. If you want to combine sports with style and fashion, you better go ahead for it. I'm head to toe. All right. Now, thank you, by the way, Paul Aristo, Paul Battelli, and BP Aristo. Thank you for sponsoring. So back to the show. Okay. Now, this world is beautiful. This world has lots of problems. That is why we say this planet Earth is very controversial. All right. And for years, and if not decades after decades, trying to call upon people to wake up, to face our problems, to get actually hands-on our problems, is one of the biggest, I would say the biggest international organization, Rotary International. And annually, they have the World Peace Conference. We're talking about their 2016 World Peace Conference. Joining me in my pleasure is the treasury of Rotary International, and he is from the 5300 district, Dr. Gabrice de Younghen, right? I have a little problem pronouncing the name beautifully, but I tried my best. All right?
You did your best.
So, Doctor, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for inviting me, Jack.
Very good, very good. And I recall it was about 2 years ago when we first met with last President Wang, right? So 81, right? And during the past 2 years, there are lots of development. There are lots of good news about the Rotary International. Please give us a little update, please, including this World Peace Conference.
Thank you so much again. District 5300 is the only one that organizes annual conferences for peace. That's why we are called the home of peace conferences for Rotary International.
I see, I see.
Because the mission of Rotary International is to promote better understanding, goodwill, and fellowship, and peace. Rotary International was established 111 years ago.
Oh my God.
111
years ago.
Yeah.
All right.
In 1905, in Chicago, by Paul Harris and his friends. That's why it plays a very important role in 200 countries of the world, doing humanitarian work as well as promoting peace. And we are confident that we are making a difference in the world. Because among our ranks, we have professionals, doctors, engineers, architects, professors, teachers. We have government officials. We also have others who are in different businesses. So we have come together, joining our hearts, joining our hands together, because we have only one heart. A big heart, but many hands.
But many hands.
But many hands. So we employ, Jack, our heart and hands to help people everywhere, those who are in need. And especially today, we see the world is in need of peace. Because sometimes we see innocent people dying. And today, you know, we know what's happening in Syria, in different Middle Eastern countries.
Yes.
And also it's happening in our communities here. And that's why we're not only promoting peace internationally, but we feel we need to promote peace locally, because our communities, especially the new generation, they need peace. And that's why Rotarians are committed. They're all volunteers. They're all volunteers. we invest our time, our energy, our resources, coming together to make a difference in our communities, in our country, in our families, and also in the entire world.
That's a very, very loud call, a
Yes.
glorious loud call, I'd say. To be honest with my audiences, you, ladies and gentlemen, know me better than even myself knowing myself. Fact is that there are many, many organizations, profitable, non-profit, so on and so forth. The one that I admire most as being the International Organization for Non-Profit. So the Rotary International is the organization, needless to say, that I admire most. Because we are living in a world that there are people who are working on projects such as bullet train, right? Such as satellite, such as whatever you're talking about. And on the other hand, we have people who are dying of no enough food. We have kids on the street who family could not afford school,
Yes.
right? So, and of course, those calls need to get people together to get some job done. And I believe that Rotary is the organization that pays attention to that part, the latter part.
Yes.
Right? I recall 2 years ago when President Wang was here, we talking about your water programs.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So you care about those people
Clean waters.
back somewhere down deep in the jungle, having no water, clean water resources, right? And that is the thing,
That's
right?
right.
So, now, for the annual conferences, EDI, G&E TV are sponsoring,
Yes.
and we feel proud that we are part of it. And for that, I have some complimentary ticket awarded by Dr. Garbis, and it's it's October 1st. That's a Saturday, starting 8 p.m.
8
to 1
a.m.
8 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Yes.
And it's at the Bonita Performing Arts Center of Covina,
San Dimas.
San Dimas,
Yes.
no, right,
It's
right
the San
close
Dimas
to it.
High School campus.
Yeah, sure. And the 5300 district you mentioned is the organizing district for
Yes.
the International Convention, right?
Yes. And 5300 includes California and Nevada.
Oh,
We
California.
have 70 clubs.
I see.
70 clubs. So it's California and Nevada.
Oh, I thought the district means somewhere a block of land.
No, it's very huge.
No, it's huge.
It's very huge.
2 states.
And as district governors, we have to travel a lot to go to different clubs
You're right.
and
You're
to
right.
speak, to encourage, to inspire. So that's why our district is one of the largest in the country. And we also are one of the wealthiest because we provide a lot of support to the Rotary Foundation. As you said, clean water, eradication of polio.
I see. Yeah.
That is our major program. That since 1985, we have been investing our energies, our time, and our resources to eradicate polio from the face of the earth.
It's almost gone.
It's almost gone.
Yeah.
Only 1 or 2 countries, it's something very minor, and we're very proud that through our efforts, and also Bill Gates has been supporting this effort, matching our money, donations.
I see.
And that's why we have been very, very instrumental in erasing, polio is gone. And so many children are living today because they are polio free.
Sure. I do admire the spirit of Rotary International. And we do understand, for example, Wall Street. They have lots of people who make $1 zillion, lots of money on annual basis, in and out. And it is not everybody who are so willing to serve.
Yes.
Okay, now, my point, the central question, the core question is that what is the motivation, right? You know, to how many members you have over, I mean, the entire world?
1.2 million.
1.2 million.
Yes.
What is the thing? There might be religion, that may be a leader, might be anything, or some magic, must be some magic there in the center to call on that many people working of the same target, towards the same target.
Yes.
What is the magic in there?
Jack, our motto is service above self. And why people are attracted to Rotary clubs? Because they see the difference Rotarians are making in their respective communities. Not only we are serving humanity, but we are making a difference in the life of babies, children, teenagers, youth, and adults. Rotary has Rotaract clubs on college campuses. Rotary has Interact clubs in high schools. So we train our youth to become future Rotarians. We also organize weekend activities for them to train them how to become leaders in their respective schools and in their respective communities. For instance, we go to Mexico or different countries and build a house, prefab, build a house for a poor family.
Yeah, you're right.
We have judges, we have attorneys, we have doctors, we have engineers, we have teachers, we have business leaders. They all go and build a house because they feel a lot of satisfaction that we are making a difference in the life of one person or one family or one village, clean water.
You know, doctor, the more we talk about it, the more amazing that I feel about the core value of Rotarians.
Yes.
So let's take a very short moment now. When we come back, I would really need your description about the core value of Rotary International that unifies 1.2 million members,
Yes.
that goes global,
Yes.
and nobody goes as large.
Yes.
Right? So stay with us, my dear audience. We'll be right back, please. Hello, my dear folks. Welcome back to the East-West show, exclusively sponsored by BP Arezzo, best known for their internationally renowned Italian-style mensude, and also their Arezzo golf series that combines tradition, fashion, and sports all in one piece. So thank you for sponsoring, and back to the show. Today we're talking about Rotary International, the biggest international organization for nonprofit. I myself get involved with them for quite some years, and I was awarded several times by the district of 5,300. So today with me is my good friend, Dr. Garbis. He is the treasurer of Rotary International. They're handing lots of big amount of dollars yet to the vulnerables, to the needy people, the needy families. Once again, Doctor, welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
Good.
I'm honored.
Thank you. At the end of the last segment, I left a question that I would like to go into the center core value of the Rotaries. Yes. To put it in simple language, what is the thing, is the magic that calls upon that many members?
Yes.
Please.
Sometimes, Jack, I believe that if all governments have Rotarians in charge of the country, we will have peace.
Okay.
We will have peace.
All right. Sounds good. Sounds good.
Because we have Rotarians who come from all religions, different cultures, different languages, different backgrounds. But under the banner of Rotary International, they become united because they are pursuing a mission. And that mission is very sacred because our foundations as Rotarians is peace and service. And these are based on love, compassion, human dignity, social justice. We want to make a difference by helping the poor, helping the one who has no other help from others, and children, orphanages, adults who have different problems, and we are there to serve. We are there to serve. They need shelter. We provide shelter to them. We provide a roof for them.
I see.
We provide scholarships to students. We invite teenagers, high school students from all over the world, and we host them at our homes so they will know the culture of this country. And also we send teenagers to foreign countries so they will know about different cultures. And when they come back, they will become better students because they will serve as ambassadors. We also have universities, 7 of them. We call them peace centers. These are master's degree programs.
All right.
And we call them scholars. One of our speakers, the second one here, is a graduate of that university. We call them scholars, ambassadors for peace.
Okay.
So it's a 2-year program. After the bachelor's degree, they attend our universities.
To put it in simple understanding, all these 1.2 million members are motivated by the big word love.
Yes,
Am I right?
of course.
And under the big heart,
Yes,
as you say, you have
hands.
many hands.
yes.
As many as 1.2 million
2.4.
pairs.
We have 2 hands.
Yeah, I know. 1.2 million
Times 2.
pairs
Yeah,
of hands.
yes, very
or
true.
Like that. Like,
Yes.
like that, right? Okay, now, and then in details, you do almost everything.
Everything.
To the vulnerables.
Yes,
Okay, now, you mentioned about putting a roof or shelters for the homeless, for the one who
Yes.
needs one.
Yes.
Now in downtown Los Angeles, we heard Mayor Garcetti
yes,
trying to promote a sales incentive, tax incentive for something like half a cent
yes.
to put some roofs over
Yes.
those 46,000 homeless
Yes.
people. Would Rotary, how would Rotary comment it? How would Rotary react, please?
People everywhere apply to us for assistance. And because we are in all communities of Los Angeles, we're everywhere. Even in a city, we have 2 or 3 Rotary clubs. Only in small communities, we have 1. We always have at least 1. But like Los Angeles, like Glendale, like Las Vegas, only in Las Vegas, we have more than 10. So people, when they are in need, if we cannot go and work with our hands, but we can provide our hearts. And our heart is very generous.
Okay.
We have very generous hearts.
Yeah, all right.
No one will be turned down because we value what they have submitted to us.
Okay, okay.
And that's why for the homeless, we will always be ready to support them. and 15,000 apartments
Yeah,
or
yeah,
more
yeah, yeah,
apartments
yeah.
for the homeless. We will provide assistance.
How are you connecting yourself with the Los Angeles downtown programs for the homeless?
We have one of the largest clubs in downtown Los Angeles called LA5.
Oh.
And in LA5, we have representatives from the city government.
I see.
We have representatives from nonprofits. We have representatives that are professionals, various professions.
All right.
And more than 500 members. And this is the elite of the community. And they have provided a lot of assistance when they have been approached and sought assistance. That's why not only Los Angeles Rotarians, but we feel with Los Angeles homeless people. We are in Los Angeles County, and we have to support them in any way we can.
And that I give you a big applause for, because we do need help, right?
Yes.
And if there's a chance, there is money to cover a war, we would rather put that same amount of money to promote peace.
Yes.
Right? If there is money to put people out in the street for the night, we would use the same amount of money to keep them inside the house.
Yes.
Right? That is what I adore, what
Yes.
I would work for. And of course, once again, at the end of the day, we're talking about money.
Yes.
Right? Where does money come from? I understand there are big philanthropists, they kind of put into the basket a lot of money, such as Bill Gates and Linda, and such as the wonderful human being like themselves, right?
Yes.
So do members, I mean the 1.2 million members, do members also do donations?
Of course.
Ah,
We have a big system.
uh-huh.
We donate to the foundation of Rotary. Rotary has a foundation, non-profit foundation.
Uh-huh.
If there is a project sponsored by a club, for instance, $1,000, the district will double that. The 70 clubs, they have a governor. The governor will double the club's money. 1,000 becomes 2,000. The foundation in Evanston, Chicago, Illinois, will double the district's money. 2,000 becomes 4,000.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's interesting.
yeah.
That's
So
interesting.
if there is a need and they present to our club for $5,000, $5,000 becomes $20,000.
Yeah.
Because the
you're
foundation-
you're doing 4 times.
Yes, the foundation, it will quadruple because it will be doubled by the district and it will be doubled by the foundation. So even if we cannot give $20,000, the $5,000 will produce $20,000.
Yeah,
And
you're
we
right,
have,
you're right.
we have done it in so many countries of the world. And we have sister clubs also.
And of course, at the end of the day, you're talking about the $20,000, right?
As an
So
example, if you give 10,000
where does the $20,000 come from?
from members,
From members.
yeah, members give to the foundation. Members give to
And
the
how much do
foundation.
you do on a monthly or annual basis?
It's not a fixed amount.
Uh-huh.
If you want to become a Paul Harris Fellow, it's the name is the founder's name, Paul Harris. So the foundation, if you want to become a fellow of the foundation, you then donate $1,000.
I see.
And then if you want to be a multiple donor, you can donate 2,000, 3,000, 4,000.
I see.
We also have Rotarians who have Rotary's foundation in their wills. So when they die, they pass away, the entire fortune
I see.
goes to Rotary International's foundation. And I must confess that we don't spend a lot of money on administration because mostly it's voluntary work.
All right.
So all
right.
donations go to the poor and the needy.
I'm convinced, right? To be very honest with you, I'm totally convinced we see lots of people who talk more than they do.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And then, but after all, it's easy said to be than done, right?
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, we'll take a short moment now. When we come back, we'll keep digging to find the true value, not only by touching the true value itself as the principle, but also to touch the mechanism, how it works,
Yes.
right? Now that we mentioned the word administration, see how that works. So stay with us. Hello, my dear fellow Americans. Welcome back to the East-West show, hosted by Jack Chow, exclusively sponsored by BPR Rizzo, best known for their internationally renowned Italian-style men's suit and the most updated, most contemporary golf series, Aristo Golf Series. So I'm proud to say that I'm a member of the whole group, BP Aristo. Now, they're sponsoring. Thank you for sponsoring. And back to the show. Today, I'm especially honored to have an opportunity to face a great individual. He is the treasurer of Rotary International, which is the largest on the global planet as a non-profit organization, which operates a huge amount of money. Not a penny of them goes to themselves, goes to a personal pocket. It goes to the needy family, needy people, goes to poor, goes to people on the street, goes to people with all kinds of disease, or even goes to deep in the jungle whereby people have no water, stuff like that. So with me is my beloved big icon of Rotary International, Dr. Garbis.
Yes.
Right now, Doctor, you mentioned within the system, you do very little administration work, right? So within the system, do you have a salary system, whatever, to keep the members or keep the administrators or something?
The governor, who oversees all the clubs, is on a voluntary basis.
Okay.
I know because I served as district governor.
Yeah. You were, yes.
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 And I chair the peace conference.
Uh-huh.
And on a weekly basis, I invest at least 40 hours for Rotary International.
I see.
For that, I'm not compensated because it's a voluntary work that we do.
Okay.
All of us, not even one penny goes to our pockets because we want the needy and the poor to benefit from our services. That's why Rotary International is recognized as an organization that is administratively very well managed. And because people trust us, the figures are out. The results are very well known. And that's why people, not only Rotarians donate money, but also non-Rotarians donate money to the foundation of Rotary International. And when I go and visit different clubs to make up, for instance, I go to Europe, I go to the Middle East, I go to South America, and I go to Rotary clubs everywhere. I'm treated as a brother, as a full member, because Rotarians everywhere feel they're all brothers and sisters together. And it's not only for men, it's also for women. This is for almost 30 years that women have joined Rotary International, And we have so many women governors, district governors,
Yeah, exactly.
board members,
Exactly.
club members, club board members. And women really are playing a major role in Rotary International today.
And with all those governors or lieutenant governors and administrators who are so forth, nobody is getting any salary.
No, no salary whatsoever.
No salary
Not
whatsoever.
only they don't get salaries, they spend from their own pocket.
Yeah, I know that. I know.
Yeah.
Let's go layer by layer, right?
Yes.
Layer number one, there is no salary at all.
No,
right?
no salary at all.
And number two, instead, you have to take money out of your own pocket
Of course.
to put into the basket.
Of course.
Okay, my dear audience, I'm very, very totally convinced. There's a proverb that I adore so much that says, if you can't find, namely the answer, follow the money, right? I myself just stretch it to cover almost everything. If anything you need to get an answer of, you try to see where the money comes from, where the money goes, how the money is handled. You immediately, without asking any further, get the answer.
Yes.
Right. So, by the way, that Rotarians, international Rotaries, they handle their money. Number one, the money is from donors,
Yes.
from members, right?
Yes.
And then none of anybody is working under a salary system, such as Dr. Garbis.
Of course.
He is not getting any salary. He travels.
Of course.
And who covers his travel?
Myself.
All right. And
My credit cards.
Oh my God, the service hard to help, right? So this is a very, very convincing. And you mentioned in the very beginning of this last segment, they say, if the government has some
Yes.
Rotarians, for example, someday we have a Rotarian president of the United States,
Yes.
things will totally different. Will
Very
be
different.
Totally different, right?
Very different. Because Rotarians have proven themselves to be peacemakers.
Uh-huh.
So if we have a Rotarian president of a country, and that country is in war with another country, if that country has a Rotarian president, they will make peace. We cannot have Rotarians fighting against each other.
All right.
That's why we organize these peace conferences. And on Saturday, October 1st, at Vanida campus, San Dimas campus, very nice auditorium, performing arts center. Your viewers are all invited to be our guests because you are one of our sponsors.
All right.
And we are very grateful to you. And we want to honor you today
Thank you.
with Rotary's Peace Pin, which is the highest.
Thank you very
Which is
much.
the highest honor
Thank you.
that we bestow.
very much.
We bestow upon
Thank you very
upon
much.
peacemakers.
No, thank you very
peacemakers.
much. And I have to give the camera a close-up shot for this pin that I'm honored of for the little part I've done on this show. And by the way, 2 years ago I won the governor recognition.
Yes.
For 5300 district.
Yes.
Right. So okay, my dear audience, let's take a short break. When we come back, we continue. All right. So stay with us. Hello, my dear audience. Welcome back to the East-West Show, exclusively sponsored by BP Resto, best known for their internationally renowned Italian-style men's suit and their golf series, Resto. I happen to be chosen as the one to be equipped head to toe with BP Resto, and BP Resto. Thank you for sponsoring. Today, back to the show. We're talking about a big conference we call the World Peace Conference of International Rotary Club, and the full name Rotary International. With me today is the chair of Rotary International, Dr. Gabiz, and he is one of the proud leader of the whole system, which is so amazing that I get myself just the eyes peeled by seeing the fact that with such an organization as big as 1.5 million members, who does not run any any construction site or produce anything as a manufacturer or making money, they take money out of their pocket. And then some philanthropers match the money, and then with the matching, the basket goes bigger and bigger with the money, which is not a penny going back to their own pocket. They travel to send it. Oh, they travel, parentheses, at which they cover the travel expenses themselves to spread the help to people, right? I'm so touched. I'm so convinced. And also to let you know that I was just awarded by Chair Dr. Gabiz a pen. You all saw the close-up, right? Okay, very good. I'm proud of it. And also, well,
you deserve it.
Oh, thank you, sir.
You're a peacemaker.
Thank you, sir. And for the World Peace Conference, almost a whole day long, big thing at St. Demas, we have ticket, Rotary International ticket, awarded to this show. If you happen to need one, you call the number 626-856-3889 to get it. All right, so let's get to the show. Let's get to the World Conference. With so much laid ahead, we start to understand, Doctor, that the Rotary International is a organization of nonprofit, yet with a big heart, yes, with as many as 1.2 million pairs, yes, of hands.
Yes.
Am I right? Underneath, like this.
You know so much about Rotary.
Sure. Okay. At the World Peace Convention, what do we do? What do we expect? There are some speakers.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Why do we organize peace conferences? Mm-hmm. Not only because it is one of our missions, but the world today needs peace. Mm-hmm. We live in a world in which isolation is no longer possible. Mm-hmm. And we live in a time that people move all the time. And the intermingling of cultures, mm-hmm, we're not isolated anymore. Yeah. That's very important for us. That's why we wanted to know, mm-hmm, what would religions do in time of peace and in time of conflict? Can they make a difference? All religions are represented at this conference. Mm. We have very renowned scholars. Mm. We have very renowned leaders. Mm. Buddhism, Hinduism, Islam, Christianity, Judaism, they're all represented at this conference. Mm. And they will all share with us what is their plan for
peace. It's a diverse organization.
Yes, what is their plan for peace?
Yeah.
Not only when we don't need peace, because we need peace even if we don't have wars, we need peace.
Doctor, I do agree with you 100% that if the world needs peace, I would say nowadays world needs more peace.
Yes.
It's never been such a time that we need peace this much.
We're very desperate for peace.
Now, we have wars, or we have people dying, and we have people killing, and we have terrorist attacks, and people die from disease, and then our resources are being sorted out, right? Yes. And on one hand, the technology, science and technology exploding, right? And on the other, we humankind, and part of which is shrinking. So that is a problem. We do need peace. If we need anything more than peace, I don't think so, right?
Yes.
Good. Yeah. So do you think this whole doctrineship, call it that way, all right, is well accepted by all members? Do you have to swear in? What?
Well, regarding peace, peace is a journey.
It's a journey, all right.
It is a never-ending process. Because we will not see perfect peace anywhere in the world. It continues. It is a journey.
The pursuit for peace.
Yeah, we pursue peace. As we pursue happiness, we pursue peace. It is a never-ending process. That's why we want to know, how can a Rotarian, sometimes I say, you know, I'm one person, but I am one. I cannot do everything, but I can do something. What I ought to do, I will do, because I can make a difference. If one person can make a difference, Paul Harris, one person had the vision of starting such a big organization in 1905, and it flourished.
Yeah, you're right.
One person with a vision.
And then you duplicate yourself.
Of course.
Right?
Of course.
And you duplicate yourself 1.2 million times.
Yes.
You have 1.2 million members, and you have 1.2 million you.
Of course. And not only 1.2 million Rotarians, but also we have college Rotaractors. We have high school interactors.
Of course. And then you have followers like me, myself.
Of course.
Right? Okay.
Honorary members.
Sure. I'm even
you're a Rotary Peace Builder now.
All right, good.
Yeah,
so.
and very deservedly so. That's why, you know, we plan, we organize, we recruit, we go and talk to people. Sometimes, you know, it's the best kept secret. Sometimes people say, oh, I never knew about Rotary. This is the first time I'm hearing about it.
Doctor, I would like to share something that I learned when I was very, very young.
You're still young.
Thank you. I was taught by a philosopher teacher. He told me that you always keep that in mind. It is incumbent upon you if the world to flourish.
Yes.
If everybody thinks that way, the world will flourish.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
If you take it the opposite way, say, hey, come on, it's none of my business. Somebody
Who
else,
am I?
Somebody else might do the job,
Yeah.
all right?
Yeah.
I may, well, while it's not too late, enjoy whatever.
That's right. That's
so,
right.
and that's why my teacher who taught me that say exactly the word.
Very wise.
It is incumbent upon you that the world will flourish.
Of course.
Am I right?
Of course. Very true.
And on the contrary, there is a little joke, an ancient Chinese joke. So next time you may share it with your fellow Rotarians, right? Okay, now there is this gentleman planning to celebrate his birthday, say for example 80th birthday.
Okay.
And he has 3 son-in-laws.
Yes.
And the proposal was that, how about each of you bring a bottle of wine of your own, including myself, and we pour them into one pot, and we drink from the pot. The pot itself symbolizes the union. Something like that. Okay, proposal was great. And on that very day of celebration, everybody brought in. Yet, they say, well, one of them thought, okay, what if I bring a bottle of water? One bottle of water added to 3 bottles in the pot will not be so obvious, right? And the second one, the third one, all did the same thing. And then it turned to the old man. Comes the old man. The old man thought, okay, the 3 of them will bring 3 bottles of good wines. And what if I just insert 1 bottle of water? That will not do much. Okay. The very day they pour their quote unquote into the pot and they started drinking, everybody knew what they did. They had to lie to themselves. So, oh, good wine. All right, never taste this good, something like that. If the pot is the world, if you do not take it incumbent upon you to make sure that you drink good wine, and you're not drinking any good wine.
You're fooling yourself.
Does it sound
fool themselves.
Does it sound a good story? Does it sound a good joke, right?
I will share it with your permission.
Yeah, sure, please, go ahead. I will not charge you for patron, right? Okay, anyway. Okay, now, with the speaker, I see that you have Father Gregory Boyle.
Yes.
Yeah. He's a famous guy, right?
He's a famous guy. He has been honored by U.S. presidents,
I see,
by California governors, by international leaders. He's a very busy man. But he will be there, and we will recognize him at this conference for all the work that he has done.
Yeah, one last question, Doctor. And I know that within your group, you have lots of members who themselves being government leaders.
Yes.
All right?
Yes.
Government official, high-ranking government official. Even some of the members of UN being your member, right? And some big organization of government or whatever, or even politicians, put it that way.
We also
how do you?
I
mean, with that as a fact, though, how do you separate yourself from politics?
You know, when people come and join us from city government or state government or federal government, they all wear one hat. That's the Rotary service hat. And we are so proud of them because in their work, they are implementing the policies of Rotary International, which is love, compassion, honesty, human dignity, social justice. And we're very proud of our members.
Love, compassion, human dignity, social justice, and what is the last one?
Honesty.
Honesty, okay, very good.
Yes.
Oh, those are very important.
Yes.
Yeah. Meaning that you use these 5 elements to regulate.
Yes.
As long as you adore this 5 basic elements, you are wearing a Rotarian hat.
Yeah.
Other than that, you're not a Rotarian like that.
Of course. You're a Rotarian wherever you go.
You have punishment to discipline? I mean, members, whoever, who fail to perform in the way they're supposed to be punished.
We don't punish them, we advise them. For instance, we say, is it the truth? What we do, what we talk, we always ask ourselves, is it the truth? Is it fair for all concerned? Does it promote better understanding and goodwill? Whatever we do, we ask ourselves, because that is what Rotary requires of us. What you do, what you say, is it the truth? Or you're hiding the truth?
Honesty.
Integrity.
Yeah, integrity.
This is our motto. We believe in integrity. We believe in honesty.
Otherwise, you lie to yourself.
Of course. Right. And you don't become a Rotarian if you fool yourself.
Yeah, very good.
If you're not based on integrity, all Rotarians should have integrity.
Okay. Yes. All right, very good. And we're over time, my dear audiences. Luckily, I got this chance to see Dr. Gabiz to share this much with my audiences. I do honestly tell my audiences that the Rotary International is the biggest organization, is the biggest organization that I adore this much, because of the fact when I analyze their money, the resources of money, which means where it comes, and the accumulation of money, which is how they double the money, and then dispatch of the money, which the one they try to go at their own expenses, personal expenses, to dispatch the money. By that, by checking with that, I know this is the organization that I adore, that I give them a salute. And this organization, why? because I adore, I was awarded this. And this, I would say, the credit goes to Dr. Kabiz. Thank you for your leadership.
Thank you.
And thank you for your information. Keep up the
Thank
good
you
work.
for your time and this opportunity. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, keep up the good work.
Rotarians are indebted to you.
Oh, very good.
Thank you, my friend.
Keep up good work.
Thank
All right,
you.
good.
Thank
Bye.
you.